Hi everyone, Chirpthany Chirptano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this brand new Snot album, Ethereal. This is the second full-length LP of rapper, singer, and songwriter Snot. He's been at it for years now, but my first introduction to his stuff was the same as many, the couple of bops that he dropped over a year ago with Cole Bennett's Lyrical Lemonade. He's signed with 300 Entertainment, and ever since his profile has been growing. In 2020, he dropped a short debut with a few decent standouts on it, but now with Ethereal, he's at a point where he can put out a more robust project packed with features and trendy production. Stylistically, when it comes to the modern rap landscape, Snot is a bit of a jack of all trades. He sounds equally comfortable doing trap bangers, emo rap fusions, southern hip hop, and even cuts with a more alternative flair. I wouldn't say he has a super distinct or instantly recognizable sound, but he's still at a relatively early point in his career, loads of room to grow and progress, which is exactly what I was hoping to hear on this new project over here. But I have to say, even with the bigger budget and bigger names in the mix on this one, I still thought Ethereal was a pretty boring and nondescript listen. Even lead singles to this thing like Doja with A$AP Rocky were very low impact. Sure, it does check the basic boxes of a grimy trap banger, but with that, Snot tries to push this forced, eccentric aggression almost like he's trying to do a Sheck West thing, but it's not quite working. Plus, the Doja Cat line on this thing is kind of weird. I'll fuck that bitch named Doja Cat, which does not sit right for a few reasons. Not just because off the bat it sounds like he's saying that he's fucked Doja Cat. This misunderstanding was pretty widespread, leading to Doja Cat to respond to it on Twitter, and then Snot had to explain the lyric. Like, yeah, I get that it's rap, but when you put someone's name on this sort of thing and you don't really have like a personal connection to that person, you could create an awkward moment and then have to explain lyric on the Bird app. That sounds cringerino. You got that right, brother. From here, deeper into the record, a lot of tracks offer a vibe, but not really much in terms of a memorable song or vocal performance. The song Blue Moon, for example, is a snoozer guitar ballad, where Snot's rapping and singing is just about as emotionless and deadpan as it can possibly be. The bland and lazy rhythms throughout the track aren't doing much for me either. Like, I get the direction it's going in, and extra points for creating a bit of a narrative and an emotional back and forth with feature Teddy Jones, but I'd be lying if I came on here and told you this song wasn't tedious as hell to listen to. Then Go is a hype cut built on some repetitive rhythms and synths. It's a very Cardi type beat. The flows are okay, but Snot drops in with these bars that he sounds just way too serious spitting. She suck on my dick, then I nut on her nipple. This a white bitch looking like Miss Frizzle. This a white bitch from Malcolm in the Middle? Like, reading through this, there's obviously a lot of absurdity and humor to what Snot is saying, but he delivers each bar with so little inflection or emphasis on anything. It's like he has no emotional attachment to anything that he's saying. He's just reading off of some random lyric generator. The real feels on this LP come later, though. There's Alone with Trippie Redd, which sounds like a fuzzy synth-laced leftover from Trippie's last record, and not a particularly good one at that. Plus, this track is one of many examples of Snot not offering all that much on the songwriting front here, as we pretty much get a trippy chorus, a very short, emaciated verse from Snot, where we are subjected to gems like Mags on Me like Rolling Stone, White Girl like Post Malone. A girlie who looks like Post Maloney? What's her act? I think he means to say the girl is white, like Post Malone, because they're both white. Heartbroken. Once again. After this verse is just the same Trippie Redd chorus, and then it's just done. Snot then dips into the same exact sound later into the record on Euphoric, and it's not much better. The track I is a slow, smoky, soulful, melodic southern hip-hop cut. With a really clunky chorus, Snot offers even less to hang on to on his main verse. But then there's a complete difference in character and ability and personality when Kevin Abstract comes in for a feature. His performance is just night and day in terms of the dynamics, the versatility, the gang vocals he kicks off with, the smooth and charismatic flow he breaks into in the second half. It's like two features in one. Meanwhile, Snot struggles to do anything memorable with the one delivery. Halle Berry with Juicy J might be the best cut on the LP, and it's pretty much just because of Juicy J. We get some chill, cerebral, dark southern hip-hop on this one. Snot's murky refrain is pretty decent. Juicy does have a few funny bars in his verse. I would say that like it's kind of average for him in terms of writing and performance, but even Juicy on an okay day is leagues better than a lot of the core material on this LP. The song How You Feel changes styles with a boom bap beat and some chipmunk vocal samples. Snot dives into, lyrically, a bit of an existential crisis on this one, themes of fear and insecurity as well. Vocally, even though he doesn't really jump out at me on this track, he's still diving into some real personal issues. Joey Badass on the back end of the track provides some good reinforcement, ties into a lot of what Snot is saying as well, reflecting on death, depression, and surviving. Again, one of the best tracks here, and it's not even that mind-blowing. The final moments of this LP are about as basic as everything that has led up until this point. Snot doesn't exactly go out with a bang or anything. And listening to this thing over and over and reflecting on it, I'm just really struggling to think about what exactly makes this record special or stand out in any way. What did it do super well? I think I can conclusively say that Snot can competently rap over a beat. That much is true, and he seems to have a somewhat firm grasp of a variety of different sounds that are very popular either in the mainstream or the underground of hip-hop at the moment. But beyond that, on this LP, I'm left wanting so much more in terms of chemistry with the guests, songwriting ability, storytelling ability, standout lyricism, standout vocals, flows, just performances in general. The production is okay, but I wouldn't say the beat choices are, like, you know, incredible or anything. Like, yeah, this record does a little bit of everything. It does a little bit of everything in such a supremely average way, it's difficult to listen to the whole thing, even with it being just like 30 minutes and change. I'm feeling a decent 2 strong 3 on this one. Transition, have you given this record a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Snot, forever.